Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to do another reaction video. Here we're talking about affordability, home affordability, being, I wouldn't say house poor in this particular one, but the same kind of theme. But in this case, it's about buying a house and not being able to renovate it all the way, right? Without further ado, let's get started. My information will be in the description down below if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the state of Maryland or the District of Columbia. Let's go.
We bought an ugly house and we can't afford to renovate all of it right away. It's not really ugly. It's actually really charming. It has really cute aspects and really cute corners. It's just super outdated and has ugly tile, and just people who lived in the house never did anything to it. Right now, my daughter and I are just enjoying some time.
So I kind of did the same thing with my first house. I bought a house that I don't know what color scheme they were thinking about. Yellow bedroom here, purple paint in the utility room, green in another room, pink in the bathroom. But I like the yard size, I like the location. I was like, okay, let me buy this house, fix it up. And I'm still fixing it up. Years going by, and I like that approach for the first go around, but sometimes some people don't want to deal with that. They just buy a brand new construction. I see that as a good thing. Sometimes you just buy a house if you don't want to deal with the headache. In the future, when I do relocate, I'll get a more newer house where I'm not worried about repairs. But I like that approach sometimes. As I mentioned in a previous video, I know a lady who bought a house and paid it off in 7 years. And it's not a brand new house, but it's in a very good location, decent house, and she did a few repairs, but she's repairing it as she goes. Sometimes there's a gem in a house and you just buy it and you put some money into it, and the value appreciates over time. I went to this house today to show a client, and you know, literally there's a pink hallway as far as the carpet, and you can look from one bedroom to another bedroom. Green carpet in one bedroom, blue carpet in another, and pink in the middle. I don't know how people color coordinate. You know, it's like, wow, green carpet, blue carpet, pink in the middle. And if a client purchases that home, they got to do some repair, but it's in a really great location and there's potential there. So I see why somebody can buy a house like that. You buy a house like that, let's say for about 300 grand, you put in about 50,000 to get it to where you needed to be in a 203K renovation loan or something, or if you have the cash, you fix it up. You can buy that house at 300 grand and you're instantly walking into it with 50 or more $1,000 in equity. So that's another way to think about it.
Outside, and I can't wait for it to one day be magical, but look at this backyard. There is so much potential, and I cannot wait to take you guys on the journey of just where this house is going to be and how I'm going to make this a magic.
I'll wrap it up right there. She's showing the backyard. And that is another reason why I bought my house. The yard is just humongous. I can probably build another house there, get it partition, you know. I can get it, what's the word I'm looking for? Subdivided. Get the house into multiple subdivisions and put one or two more houses because of the size of the yard and the privacy. I like that. So I would say buying a house that has potential and you see the vision is one thing, but just know what you're getting into. To wrap it up, just know what you're getting into and be okay with your decision. Consider it, consider the options, because you can always purchase a home that's already done. I know one family member that did that and it's okay with that. I know another family member who bought a house, built some equity, sold it, and now they bought their forever home. You know, that's $1 million plus. So you go from there. You can start somewhere, get your foot in the real estate door. Don't get into a money pit, however, because some of these older houses got issues that can really drain your wallet. Get an inspection and an appraisal, right? But I definitely say get an inspection, multiple inspections. We're talking structural and mechanical. Wood destroying insect. If you have a septic tank, you need to get that inspected. The roof. Spend some money and know what you're getting into if you're going to buy a project, right? But with the economy being what it is right now, you can see why a lot of people cannot work with project homes, because the cost of renovating just has gone up. I saw it happen in the pandemic where lumber, was it a 2x4, was somewhere around $2, then all of a sudden it shot up to about $7. It started to come down after things opened up, but inflation is real, right? Let's read one or two comments here. A fairy garden would be so magical. I guess she talked about putting a fairy garden there for her daughter. Well, we'll wrap this one up here. I'll leave a comment in the description down below. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description down below. There is a value in buying a home and making it your dream home. One thing I'll say though, make sure it's your forever home. If you're doing renovations and you do plan on selling it, don't do too much that may not be relatable to other buyers in the future. So be very mindful of your repairs, just in case you need to sell. You want to make it appealing to the masses, is the phrase I'm looking for. All right, well, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Your ultimate hub for real estate insights, breaking news, entrepreneurial wisdom, investing strategies, and self-development hacks. If you're ready to expand your mind and stay ahead of the game floor, you're in the right place. Subscribe now. Your future self will thank you.